fellow Zamora here with my review of Captain America, the First Avenger. Alright, so the movie is the early days of Steve Rogers, a small weak boy whose only dream is to join the army and is repeatedly denied but later chosen to be the subject of an experiment said to make him a super soldier. And as we all know, it works and he becomes Captain America. He later teams up with other soldiers and Agent Peggy Carter against the evil Hydra organization led by the Red Skull. Now the story is your typical comic book story. Hero armed with superpower goes after supervillain trying to destroy the world with a new weapon, and now the hero needs to stop him. But it's the way they tell the story that makes it fun to watch. The movie is set during the age of World War II. This is a new thing in a superhero movie and adds life as a story as well as the other locations throughout the movie. A musical number that's a nice surprise for fans of the comic books and other representations of the superhero is in it as well, and all of this really adds on to the story to make it more unique. Now, some of the things I didn't like were that some of the scenes were too fast and made the movie seem a bit rushed. Another thing being that more could have been said for the other characters, as some were in the movie for a few minutes and you really didn't know a lot of their names, especially those who haven't read the comic books. But the movie is named Captain America for a reason. To be honest, those were the only real problems with the story. If you put aside those two things, you get a fantastic comic book thrill ride that you're sure to enjoy from start to finish. Moving to the acting, it was great. In my opinion, the movie was fantastically casted. Chris Evans plays Steve Rogers amazingly. You really got that brave and virtuous feeling coming from him and added with a touch of patriotism. You can't imagine anyone else filling the shoes. Haley Atwell was great as Peggy, and Tommy Lee Jones as Colonel Phillips was great as well. Hugo Weaving plays Johann Schmidt, or the Red Skull, amazingly as well. You really get the scary, power-hungry madman sense out of him. The movie also has some great other characters that are also casted with wonderful actors. All in all, the acting was fantastic. The special effects in this movie were phenomenal, but for a $140 million movie, you would expect them to be. Nonetheless, the explosions, gunfire, and cool vehicles just add on to the excitement of the movie. This movie looks great in 3D, especially in the shield throwing scenes. Also, the costume in the movie is really amazing. The blue looks great in some of the snow scenes, and it really goes well with the time period of the movie. The costume is something that young new fans will love as well as older ones. My final rating for this movie is a 4.7 out of 5 because although some scenes are rushed and more could be said about the other characters, it's a great looking, wonderfully acted thrill ride that along with some hilarious lines will pull you in from start to finish. This is the definition of a fantastic summer movie. I recommend you see it if you haven't already. Well, that's it for this review. For more, check out my channel. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment and subscribe.